Hello everyone, today I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions about the Awakening patch. So they did post something on the forums, but I'm just going to bring up my notepad over here. And these are the frequently questions that I've got through private messages on my Discord or while I'm streaming and stuff like that. So, I'll just answer them one at a time. Is it better to salvage our Dyad gems or wait for the update? I would wait for the update mainly because Hime, which is the senior community manager, has answered that question right down here, and so I would wait because it says right here, Dyad triangular gems will be salvageable for the following materials. We'll get 25 Home Moon Gem fragments, 6 Home Moon Gem powders, as well as 2 expired Home Moon gilded triangular gems. And we will be able to antique the 2 gilded triangular gems into the new gilded triangular gems, as well as 96 Home Moon Gem powder. So that is pretty cool. We're going to get a lot of gem powder from this. And as for making a Dyad square gem, there's 2 methods. The first method is we use 50 Home Moon Gem fragments, as well as 12 Home Moon Gem powder, 2 Home Moon gilded square gems, and 80 gold. This is the method that we all know and love. Is just get 2 gems, smash them together, and voila. However, there's a second option, which is we use 4 Home Moon Gem fragments, we use 2 Home Moon gilded square gems, and then we use a single Dyad gilded triangular gem and 80 gold. So this is the second method to make a gilded square. So you are saving a lot of the Home Moon Gem fragments. I don't know which one is cheaper. I have not done the math, but I will be going towards the option 1. The main reason why I'm going this path is because I have a Dyad triangular gem, which I will salvage in order to get the 2 expired ones and get the extra gem powder. I don't know if that's the most efficient use or the most efficient way to go option 1 or option 2, but I personally will be going through option 1. The second most asked question I've gotten is, gem costs have been reduced, do we get compensated? So they never really answered the question over here. However, they did say that the transmutation cost has been lowered. To make a penta and a hexa, it costs 0 gem powder. However, to make a hepta, it will cost 2, an octa will cost 8, a gilded will cost 32 gem powder, and then a gilded square will cost 128. So I'm assuming that it's going to do the same thing as before, since they are compensating us for the gilded triangles. So I think that we will get compensated through all the other gems. However, I do not have any proof of that, so you're just going to have to take my word for it and hope it happens. So the second most asked question I've gotten is, what will happen to my accessories if they are not stage 10/awakened? So as we know, if your accessory is stage 10, you'll be able to switch it to whatever element you want, to the new accessories. However, if it's not stage 10, you can salvage it. However, when you salvage it, you will get the new necklace or the new ring or earring or ring or whatever accessory that you originally had. You'll get the new version of it by salvaging it. However, it will be reverted back to stage 1. So this is based off the Thai server and the Taiwan server, and this is just how things work there. So let's say you have a stage 3 Vortex Temple necklace and you salvage it, you will be reverted back to stage 1. So you'll lose the 2 levels that you spent upgrading and the materials and the gold. So if you already have an accessory that's like, let's say stage 6, I recommend you to upgrade it to stage 10 and then switch over, instead of salvaging it, because you don't want to lose the materials and the initial investment that you've put into the accessory. You don't have to upgrade the accessory to stage 10 before the update. You can wait for the update to kick in and then upgrade. The reason why I say this is because they did mention that there are cost reductions as well as breakthrough reductions. However, they didn't specify if it was for weapons or accessory or for everything. So if you want to play it safe, you could wait. However, in my case, I personally already upgraded everything to stage 10 and I'm just waiting in order to switch to test out new builds. However, again, if you are tight on money, if you are tight on materials, you could wait, because waiting can't hurt you. If there's no cost reduction, no problem, you're free to upgrade. If there is a cost reduction, even better, good for you. The next question is, can I switch my soul and mystic badge? Yes, you can switch your soul badge and your mystic badge to whatever you want. There's a merchant, you just talk to him, you hand in whatever current mystic badge you have or current soul badge you have, and you can switch it to another one. So this is gonna be staying for a while. That's what they said on the live stream. This will be staying for a while. So feel free to switch your soul badge. Feel free to switch your mystic badge. And yes, even if you have upgraded your soul badge, let's say your soul badge is awakened stage 1 or awakened stage 3, you'll be able to switch it to a different soul badge that is still awakened stage 3 or stage 1, depending on what stage you currently are at. So there's no materials wasted. So this is a very good change, so hopefully this answers your question and you guys have peace of mind. Next question I get a lot is, how do I get my talisman? So talisman is basically the Nova, the brain, the stopwatch. In order to get your talisman, you're going to have to go to the new place. You're going to go there, there's going to be a quest, you have to farm for it, you get this currency, and then after you farm enough of this currency, you can exchange it for the talisman. And then after you get your talisman, you will have to upgrade it stage by stage. There are screenshots, which I'm going to show you now, which is a little bit worrying, but you know, take it with a grain of salt since it is from the Russian stream. We might get some changes, I'm not sure. So this is the upgrade cost in order to max out your talisman. You can see over here that it will cost 370 pet packs, which is or pet pods, depending on what you want to call them. It's pretty expensive. You've got a lot of moonstones, a lot of Elysian crystals, and then a lot of scales. So you need black stones, you need silver scales, and you need the onyx scales, as well as 551 gold. Keep in mind, this is from stage 1, the weakest one that you get, all the way to the maxed out version. So this is significantly more expensive than the Taiwan version. So this is the cost in order to upgrade on the Taiwan version. It is broken into 3 parts, from the weakest one, which is the Hong Moon Nova, to the true Hong Moon Nova. So this is the cost over here. You can take a screenshot or pause the video to take a look at the cost. Next is from the true Hong Moon Nova all the way up until the true Dragon's Nova. It's going to cost these materials. And then finally, from the true Dragon's Nova all the way up to the true Brain Divinity Nova. This is just the highest tier one. I don't know what the NA name is going to call it, but all the way to there, this is the material cost. However, keep in mind the Taiwan server, for every single upgrade, it's RNG based. You can fail, and the chances of failing get significantly higher the higher the upgrade is. So even though it might look cheaper on the Taiwan server, it's actually quite expensive because it's RNG based. However, if we look at the Russian one, this is not RNG based. This is a guaranteed upgrade. However, I still am a little bit worried because that is definitely a lot of pet pods or pet packs. And I don't really see the correlation of having pet pack with your talisman. I really hope that they keep this separate and just let talisman just be materials, you know, just regular materials that you can farm and let it upgrade. Because if they put this many pet packs, it kind of defeats the purpose. Because for me, the talisman was like the poor man's soul. So like you couldn't afford to get to your true tiger because that's really expensive. That's a lot of oils, right? So at least you had the talisman, which you could upgrade relatively high, and you would activate it, at least get a couple seconds of like pure energy, pure power, so that you could sort of keep up in PvE content. That's how I saw the talisman. So I really do hope that they change this and maybe they remove it and they increase the cost for the other materials, which would be nice. But again, this is from the Russian stream, so I do not know what the NA server or the EU servers are going to do. So the next question I get a lot is, what are these divine greystones? And they always link me this picture right here. So we have the blue divine greystone, the purple, the yellow, and the red. So these divine greystones are basically an event item. It's used to fuse your soul badges together at a discounted price. So you can see that it'll cost 40 of these golden orbs, which you can get by doing various dailies and weeklies in order to get this currency. After you get enough, you'll be able to buy the blue divine greystone to fuse your blue badges, the purple one to fuse the purple, yellow to fuse yellow, and red to fuse red. By getting these, you'll be able to fuse your soul badges together to make the legendary tiers without having to farm actual regular divine greystones, which are very hard to get. Usually you get them from Scion's Keep. However, throughout this event, you will be able to get your legendary soul badges using this method. So that's what these divine greystones are used for. Lastly is, can I get a permanent soul from this event? Yes, you can. If you scroll down here, you'll be able to get an awakened Hong Moon energy or an awakened ascending soul as long as you max out the current soul that you get. So in order to get the soul that allows you to transfer to this item, you will need to get the Fleeting Legacy Soul Stage 1. And then you need to upgrade your Legacy Stage 1 soul all the way up to the maximum by using this currency, the pink orbs. And then by using the pink orbs, you can upgrade this. I don't know the exact cost as they didn't show it on the stream. However, you will need a lot of these and you'll upgrade your Fleeting Legacy Soul all the way to the max until it becomes a Brilliant Legacy Soul. Once it becomes a Brilliant Legacy Soul, you'll be able to switch it for an Awakened Whole Moon Energy or an Awakened Ascending Soul, depending on what you prefer. So that covers all of the most frequently asked questions that I've gotten from my Discord or my live stream. However, there are a couple more questions that I'd like to cover because it's covered on the forums. So the next question over here is they're asking what the event is, and then the answer is you're going to be able to get these Blossom Orbs as well as your Lunar Coins by running various dungeons as well as doing your weeklies, and also the event dungeon, which is going to be Candy Cloud Park. Another question that also gets asked quite a bit is about Obsidian Gems. So you currently have different elemental Obsidian Gems. You have your fire, you have your wind, etc, etc. What happens to them? They're all going to be antiqued and you're just going to get regular obsidians. For example, if you have a Hexa Shadow Obsidian, you'll be able to exchange it for a regular Hexa Obsidian. So it just becomes a normal obsidian, and yeah, that's it. Really streamlined. And lastly, there's one more question that I want to cover that nobody really talked about, even though I did make a video about it, and it's, what about the drops for Twilight Temple? Does boss 1 only drop rings? Does boss 2 only drop earrings? And does boss 3 drop rings and earrings? So the answer is yes. Rings for the Peacekeeper, earrings for the Shield Bearer, rings and earrings for the Scorpion or Scorpomaton. Basically, the loot system's going to change, the drop rate system's going to change. I do have a video which I explain it. I'll throw it in the description below if you guys want more detail. You know, the TLDR is you can get every elemental ring from boss 1. You can get every elemental earring from boss 2. And you can get every elemental earring and ring from boss 3. And that's the new drop system. But that really covers my most frequently asked questions about the Awakening patch. If you guys have more questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, if this video helped, I would appreciate a subscribe as it really does help out my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except